Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on
is
MLB The Show. It's the New
Streaming
York
MLB The
Mets
Show
taking on the
25,
Athletics.
gamingtheWrightway playing as David Wright
Biggest
2025
story coming into
season.
this one is what he's been able to do at the plate recently. Absolutely on fire, Singy.
Yeah, he's been terrific, Boog. Has really made this a dangerous team. His bat.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So, almost ready to get underway. And today's starting pitcher, J.P. Sears. How about a report on him, Chris?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Ripped to right. He makes the grab, and that is that. Down in order go the Mets. They're down 2-1. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers.
Well, these Mets, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. They've found themselves behind in the count quite a bit. They're trying to be patient, but it's most.
There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side. And the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Go-ahead run on base. Here's Juan Soto. With the go-ahead run standing at second. And we're the top half of the sixth. High fly ball, shallow right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
One out. Runner at second. Jeff McNeil getting ready to hit. In the air, right field. Pretty well struck. And it one-hops the wall. Run comes in from second. 3-2. They take the lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Out to short. And it's through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got it.
Now snap throw to first. And he just got his hand in there. Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw. Save. Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top of the eighth. Tapped out in front of the plate. To first, they get the out on Soto. One out, runner at second. And next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. On the ground right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe! In comes the run from second. It's 4-2.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Right. Now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
One out and a runner at second here at the top of the ninth. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And now 2 gone.
Typically, that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the New York Mets going up against the Athletics. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boog, one of the toughest outs in the league right now. Sit back and relax.
First pitch coming your way next. First pitch moments away, and on the mound for the A's in this one, Joey Estes. Chris, he's looking for a bounce back this season.
Yeah, really struggled last year, and it was one of those seasons that you just want to flush. But I think you have to remember and take the opportunity when you do struggle to really look yourself in the mirror, identify what went wrong, and make improvements. And I have no doubt that that's what this guy did in the offseason to prepare himself to come back and to be one of the best bounce-back players in the league. We'll see today. He'll have a real opportunity to prove a lot of people wrong.
First and second, no outs. Juan Soto now. And that'll load the bases.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Pete Alonso now, and the Polar Bear strikes out.
Got to give him a huge amount of credit on the mound right there. Got squeezed a little bit on the pitch right before that one. You know it should have been a strike. Everyone in the building knew that it should have been a strike, but he didn't let it get to him.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. 1 runs in. Now a second crosses the plate. It's 2-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Right at the plate now as he chases after that one. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Sets him down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
1 out, runner at second. And now it's Juan Soto.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Man at second. In the dirt, runner breaks for third. Throw, and they got him.
Thought he might have a chance to swipe third successfully right there when he got a good jump from second. But it was such a great throw, quick tag to cut him down.
Runner at first with 2 away. So up next for New York, David Wright. That one is absolutely belted back there. And it's off the wall. Lindor zipping around third. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. Mets leave 1. And the score stays 3-1. So 2 away with nobody on. David Wright, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here's a rocket out to left. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. And he's got a double, his 4th hit.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
So runner at second, 2 down. And now Juan Soto.
2 balls.
In the dirt. Tag, save. He's into third on the wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
Two outs and 1 in scoring position. And there's a fly ball deep right field. That one is gone. He'll touch them all. His 4th home run of the season. And they add a couple more. It's 6-1.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off. Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough...
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the New York Mets taking on the Athletics. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the Bruins to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least 1 in this series.
First pitch coming your way next. All right, first pitch coming up. On the hill here today, Osvaldo Bido. What's the word on him?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year. A sub-350 ERA. And
Wilson. Here's Geloff for 1. Over to first, safe. 1 down. Juan Soto digs in now. And he deals.
1 ball.
In the dirt. Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's 1. And that's 2. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. And the 2 outs, nobody on. And stepping in for New York, David Wright. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Lifted in the air, right field. And that is that. Base is empty with 2 away. And next for the Mets, David Wright. And first offering is fouled off.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity.
Well, he's under to make the catch in center. Base is empty, 1 away. David Wright up now for the Mets. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Strike 1.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Center field. Hauls it in, 2 away.
The number 7 is such a cool and sort of lucky number. Well, this team has been playing really well, but to win 7 games in a row, there's been some luck and there's been some really good play. I think you get to this point, you start to...
From Target Field in Minneapolis, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets taking on the Minnesota Twins. We get to see one of the hottest teams in baseball today, Singy.
Yeah, they continue to find ways to win, and I don't see that streak coming to an end today, but that's why they play the game.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go. And on the mound now, Joe Ryan.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
In the dirt, blocked. Swing and a high fly ball left field. That's out number 2. So 2 down, and now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. On the ground to the left. Lewis throws to first. And that is the inning. 1 hit. So runner at second, 2 down. Now the number 2 hitter, David Wright. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Ripped on a line. He's got it. And that's the 3rd out. Back in Minnesota, now the 3rd baseman, David Wright. Ryan back to work. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Off to a good start with a leadoff nod.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front.
In the dirt, runner goes for second. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Wow, what a great throw from his knees right there. You're not going to see that every day. Such a long throw from the plate to second base. So to have no bottom half behind it, but still deliver a seed on target, so impressive. And most catchers practice that throw, but not many have the arm strength to actually make it work in a game.
Right. Swings through it for strike one.
Oh, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
That one outside. And 1-1. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. And a pitch. Lindor the move. And a count 1-2. With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top of the 8th. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a ground ball. Oh, great stop. From his knees, the throw to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Wow, he did everything he could on that play with the throw from his knee, but the hustle down the line was enough to earn him the infield knock, and that's a great baseball play all the way around.
Big situation, and here comes the big bat of Juan Soto. Ground ball right side, it squirts through. Coming home. Fires to the plate, but it's offline. He will score.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want. In the air, left field. And it's caught for the out.
The batter,
2 on, 1 out. Jesse calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. So digging in, Francisco Alvarez. Soft contact in the air, takes it in for the out. Throw behind the runner, they've got him doubled off. We're in extras here. Here's the third baseman, David Wright. Topa back to work. And that one fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Correa over to first. And they get the leadoff man in the 10th. Now the number 2 hitter, David Wright. He swings and fouls one off. Now the 0-1. And he chases a high fastball there. 1 out, and a runner at second, and we're here in the top half of the 11th. Out to short, Correa. In plenty of time to first, and there are 2 outs.
Well, when you reel off 8 wins in a row, you're
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got baseball coming up. All right, just about set to go. And on the hill for the Twins, Bailey Ober. What do you have on him, Singy?
Right.
Well, this guy's coming off a season where fell short of 200 strikeouts, which is kind of the ultimate for pitchers to get to that level. And it just tells you how nasty his stuff is, but it also leaves a little bit on the table for him to come out this season and make sure that he gets over that number so that he can go into the offseason feeling like I'm in a pretty special group.
David Wright will hit next. And a foul ball. Wright with some impressive production lately. Late swing fouled off.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Makes a sliding stop. Fires to first. They get the out, and that'll do it. Mets strand one. Still. So up next for New York, David Wright. 0 for 2 in this one. And fouled off.
Well, certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
The 0-1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And ball 1.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And he can't come up with it. Still finds a way to get off a throw. The throw comes in too late, and they don't get an out on the play. Here's Juan Soto. On the ground to short, could be 2. Zips it to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
That right there was a productive at bat. You know you're doing something right anytime you help move 2 runners into scoring position and give your team a chance to drive in a couple of runs.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Scoring is Lindor, and it's an RBI single. It's 1-1 to third, not in time, and it's runners at the corners with 1 gone. Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Here's Jesse Winker. In the dirt, but kept close. Runners hold tight. It's a ball and 2 strikes. With the go-ahead run at third, and we're the top half of the 6th. Line drive, base hit. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. This one popped up. Lewis sizing this one up. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Nothing doing for the Mets as they're unable to add to their. And we're back on to extra innings. And stepping in for New York, David Wright. Duran back to work. Hit on the ground to short. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Didn't look to me like he got a great handle on the ball as it came out of his hand. Cold nights, not really fun to play in, and it makes it tough to hit as well. Makes it tough to throw, and might have played a factor right there.
Puts a bunt down. Beats the second. Out there. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Now batting, the first baseman.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
4-3 our final score. A 1-run extra inning win. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one.
It's the New York Mets taking on the Minnesota Twins. First pitch coming at you. So just about set now. And on the mound in this one, David Festa.
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be...
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And it one hops the wall. Around first, heading for two. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
In the dirt. Wright leads off second with one gone in the inning. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Julian. And there are two down. Here's Pete Alonso. That one lifted to left. Larnach brings it in, and that is that. First and second, 2 outs. Now the third baseman, David Wright, doubled his first time. Out towards right center field. Buxton makes the grab, and that is that. Runs for him and they jump ahead. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Right with another scorching run of play lately. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field, and the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, the right fielder, Juan
Soto now. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Squirts away a little bit. Blocked by the catcher. And he steals second base without a throw. Right into scoring position on the wild pitch. And there goes the double play possibility. Runner in scoring position. No outs. Soto now at the plate. And the 2-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Dunks one into left. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 3. Here's the third baseman, David Wright. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is fouled back. Next offering down in the dirt.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Walner hauls it in to end the inning. Offense held in check. Man at first, nobody out. And next for the Mets, David Wright. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And that one hops the wall. Lindor zipping around third. He will score.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And now it's Juan Soto. One on, nobody out, a run in here in the top of the ninth. Next pitch is outside.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy two. There's one. Relay to first. Double play.
That was a much-needed double play right there. It gives him a really good shot at minimizing any further damage in this inning.
Here's Jesse Winker. Right on third with 2 out. Grounds one to short. Correa zips it across, and Winker is set down.
So they break into another level with this win streak at 10 now. I think the key is to maintain the focus, because you can have this motivation to get to double digits and then have a letdown. They've got to try to just put out all the distractions, turn off the sports highlights, and come back.